Today I'm going to show how I wax the whips, and it makes a huge difference. I think it's really worthwhile doing. Apologies for it taking so long for me to get this video out there. I've been doing other work and I like to wait until I've got quite a few to do before I actually put them through the wax. So I've got like 7 different whips and floggers and bits and pieces here. Before I do it though, there's some safety stuff. You can see I've got my tub on top of the hob here, and this is possibly the most dangerous way to do it. So you need to be careful and be aware that what's happening is we're going to heat this up to above boiling temperature of water. So if it catches fire and I pour water in there, there's going to be a very similar thing happening to a chip pan fire. The water will turn to steam, it'll all flare up, set my face and pretty much the whole kitchen on fire. So we don't want that to happen. Likewise, if I take a fire extinguisher at that point and spray it in there, that light is likely to have a similar effect. And a fire blanket, if I put that over the top, it could go inside, absorb wax and end up being similar to a wick basically, so you end up with a giant candle, same problem. So a couple of things I do to make sure I keep safe while I'm doing this is A, I don't ever leave it unattended, and B, I also have here a large piece of wood so that if I do end up with a fire, I can place that on top like so. That will cut the oxygen to the fire, and then I can turn off down here. So just be aware this is something which can be quite dangerous. The other thing to be aware of when you're doing this is that as you're taking things in and out of the wax, you might end up with dribbles coming down the sides here. This is a lot safer on something like an electric hob, but I don't have any electric hob which is sort of large enough to take this. I've only got a single little one. So I do this on the gas, and it's okay just so long as you're aware of what can happen and you're ready to deal with it if it does happen. So yeah, make sure that the sides of your pan, everything is nice and clean. And this is big enough to take an entire whip in one go. You can see here. And I've probably got about 5 kilos of wax in here or something like that. The other thing you're going to want is something like this, thermometer. So that's going to tell me what when my wax has reached temperature. Now I'm going to be doing this at 107 Celsius, which is 225 Fahrenheit. And at that point it's a really nice temperature because it's sort of, the wax penetrates really easily, but also it's sort of thin enough for the excess to run out as well. Speaking of which, I have here an old towel, so once I've taken my whips out of the wax, I'm going to put them onto this old towel and I've literally just sort of run them through to take off any excess wax. Other things I've got here, I have a small metal hook which just helps me kind of lift them up out of the wax, and then a set of stall clips here to actually hold on to them. So with that said, I think that's pretty much it. I'm ready now to get started and start heating this up. I'm not just going to put everything up to full temperature though, because I don't want to kind of burn the wax underneath before everything's melted. So I'll just put this on about a medium temperature, and then once it's completely melted, that's when I start taking temperature readings to get it up to temperature. The wax has melted and I've got my thermometer sitting in here just telling me I'm nearly up to temperature. Got about another 6 degrees to go. So once I'm up to temperature, I'll turn off the gas because I don't want the bottom of the pan to burn the whips at all, in case that's a little bit hotter. So yeah, we're nearly there. So I'm up to temperature and I've turned off the gas. I'm now just going to start laying the whips in going to put them all in at the same time. When I take them out, I'm going to have to move quite quickly, so I'll show you in here what I do when I take them out. Remember, lay these in carefully because they are going into boiling liquid and you don't want to get any splashback on your hands really. When I take them out, I hang them in a similar way, similar setup to as I was plaiting them. So I'll show you that in the other room. So they've been in for about 5 minutes now. This one on top I've been holding under because it's wanting to float up to the top a little bit, just because I've got quite a few whips in here. But I'm ready to take it out now. So what I'm going to do is just kind of lift it up with my hook, grab onto it with the stall clip, wait for the excess to drip off. I'm going to put it onto my scrap towel, and then first I'll squeeze out any excess straight away, and then usually what I do is just kind of squeeze it, wrap the towel around it, and then pull the entire way through. And I'll do that a couple of times. Be aware though, this thing is hot, so I'm moving quite quickly. You might want to wear gloves. And then as soon as I've got the excess off this one, I'm going to go and hang it before I take out the next one. Once the whips come out of the wax, I use like a trucker's hitch arrangement here in the place where I've been plaiting, and I just hold them straight while everything cools down. After this I'll give them another roll, then they need the poppers putting on, and for me I'll be taking pictures of them and putting them up on Etsy. If you want to see what they look like when they're done, I'd invite you to come and take a look on there. I was just going to leave it there with showing how to hang up the whip after waxing it, but I thought I'd better show you guys how this thing moves. You can see pictures of it up on Etsy because it will be for sale there. I haven't got a huge amount of room in here. I haven't actually got room to crack it in here. What with the COVID stuff, I'm unable to go out. I don't particularly want to take it to the park and get it dirty. But you can see the whip here, and this is before it's actually been broken in as well. This is out of the wax, and it's just been yeah, I've just rolled it basically, but you can see how nicely it moves. It's got a lovely weight to it and a lovely feel to it, and a lot of that is down to the wax, to be honest. Like, I really like what it does to it. It makes it feel almost exactly like a leather whip. So yeah, you can see how it almost just wants to crack itself with very little encouragement. So yeah, I hope you found this series useful, and yeah, if you like it, please do me a favour, click like. You can support me if you appreciate what I've done here. It's taken a lot of effort. It's taken probably 4 or 5 times the amount of time to actually edit and put this video together as it has to make the actual whip. So I would say that if you've got some value from this, please click like, share it, or support me on my Etsy channel. Buy some poppers, buy a whip, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you.